Well. What do we have here? A specimen, if you will. Probably the greatest athlete, the single greatest athlete I've ever had the luxury of coaching. And I mean that in the most genuine, authentic way possible. Here's Donovan Hawkins. We're going to review his session that he had here at the house the other day. And I'm going to, I guess, not outline. I'm going to shed some light and some context on what we saw, because if you watch the video, it might not have done it justice. So let's get into it here. So Donovan's doing his A skips, which he's just bouncy and doing this. Some people are like, "What are these A skips?" I'm like, doesn't matter if it's strength technique.
Wait, you just sounded so muted.
Oh, I did? Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, now you're good.
Oh, hold on.
That was weird.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's clear now. It was like for like 5 seconds.
Anyways, so someone in the comments was like, "Dude, what are these A skips?" And I was like, "Does it matter if his sprint technique is perfect?" First off, that was just his warm up. Like the skipping was his warm up. These are the A skips, which these are even still fine. The goal is to just get a low level plyo in the lower leg, get some stretch shortening.
I have a question. Coach.
I'll allow it. I'm kidding.
So the low heel recovery thing,
yes,
on the first few steps, I never knew that was a thing. Like
really? I don't coach it oftentimes.
So I was gonna ask, is that something I should try to do?
Dan would say no. He would say don't drag the toe, but he would say, step over the ankle, step over the calf, step over the knee.
Because I've literally never. I always thought
I wouldn't really think about it. Like it's the idea behind it is that you have less flight time in the first couple strides.
I feel like it would help me, bro. Like I was looking at it and I was like, I feel like I could run so much faster if I did that.
You could try it. You could definitely try it. I don't cue it unless I generally don't cue it if it looks okay. But you could test it. I mean, Donovan does it pretty naturally. I don't know if he for him, I think it just feels better and that's why he does it. I don't know if he ever had someone cue it. I've never cued it, but it looked okay and I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
At Altus, there were some guys that did it, some guys that didn't. The fastest guys didn't do it. But
they didn't do it?
Usain Bolt does it. He toe drags. So, I mean, I don't know.
Wait, when you say the fastest guys didn't do it, what are you talking about?
It's look at that squat. Look at that. Look at them hips. What'd you say? Sorry.
When you say the fastest guys didn't do it?
So like Andre DeGrasse did not toe drag. And oftentimes they would coach away from it. But you definitely... So it's more so you definitely don't want to be stepping over the knee like you do in upright running during acceleration. You do want to have heel recovery. And the reason why is because it decreases your flight time in the step 0 through like step 4, which means that you have more time pushing horizontally and less time in the air doing nothing.
Bro, I want to go sprint. I want to go sprint right now. Like I'm telling you, I feel like you just freaking unlock something in my brain. Because I'm thinking about when my excels felt the best, and it was I didn't have as much flight time. Like, and I always feel like I'm like wasting time, if that makes sense. And I feel like with how strong I am and how good of a 2-foot jumper, I should be a better accelerator.
You should be a better accelerator.
And I think it's because of that. Like, I think I'm like because my cue is literally pick the knees up and my feet up.
Yeah, generally. Like different coaches will try different cues. Like Stu will say, dude, Stu's kind of a weirdo because he'll say like, oh, it's all about projection, or what are his like 3 things? It's like the 3 P's or something like that. He'll be like attack angle, projection, and rhythm or something like that. And it's basically like, I mean, to sum it up, it's your torso angle. And then are you pushing out versus like pushing up? And then I don't remember. Rhythm is just like your stride frequency. So he always makes things artistic, which good or bad, that's what he does. And then, Dan would basically say like, hey, your ground contact times go from longer to shorter. Your rhythm goes from slower to faster. We want to see big displacements. We want to see almost entire hip extension to toe off. We're going to build momentum across the run. Like that's the sort of stuff Dan says. Mike just says push. He doesn't really cue much. He'll say step over the ankle, step over the calf, step over the knee. So like everyone kind of coaches things a little bit differently. And
I like that cue.
Step over the ankle, step over the calf, step over the knee.
And that's like at different stages in the run.
Yeah. So like earlier you come through the ankle, but like you don't pick up, like you do push and your ankle is not like your foot is not excessively high when I watch you sprint. So it's not like something I would look at and be like, oh, you don't do that. You need to do it. But you can try actively toe dragging if you want. It works for some people. It doesn't work for others. You might run faster. You might not. That's my experience with it. Andre DeGrasse didn't do it. Wilfred Kofi, I don't think did it. Who else was, dude, there were so many good sprinters. A lot of short guys do it. A lot of shorter guys do it. Amir didn't do it. They would just push hard as hell and just get their feet down. But their feet are relatively lower. The guys that generally toe drag tend to cast the foot out in front of them a bit more, and they tend not to hit like the parallel shin and torso angles. But if you look at Ralph Mann's research, he'll be like, yeah, you should, like, oh, is that me? In Isaiah's excited state, he stepped on a power cord and it shut off his desktop, but he's ready to sprint now. Anyways, we're gonna try it in the future. That's the whole base of this. I was saying Ralph Mann will recommend like guys kind of lean forward like this and do what Donovan is actually and get the feet down sooner. And he has like certain rhythms. So one thing I did notice when I was watching this is we call this like a shin drop or knee drop. And so generally this is wasted. So see how low, like these 3 frames, he's just wasting time dropping his knee.
Yeah.
Generally off a 2-point, it doesn't matter, but what the blocks do is they put you in this position already, right? So you can just, instead of waiting and letting your knee drop, you can just push right out of that position. But look at his shin angle, bro.
Yeah.
That is crazy. So oftentimes guys will fall over at this point.
You know what's wild?
So look how little the flight time is. See how he doesn't have any flight time there? Like he's
real quick, go back to where the knee was the lowest.
It's gonna take me a second.
Right there is what your back leg should look like on the penultimate.
Yeah, it's a acceleration.
Like it's this position, but with, imagine that his leg in that position, but he's upright. That is literally what we mean when we say get low on the penultimate. Is put your freaking foot and leg in that position.
You're talking about a touchdown or toe off or what?
Mid support of the penultimate.
Like you're talking about the front leg
position on mid support of the penultimate, like when you're gonna push.
Yeah. Yep. It's an acceleration step. I say it all the time. It's acceleration step.
Yeah. Like usually guys are like, go back now to the start. Guys are pushing from that position. Look at his front leg.
Yeah.
That's the position they're pushing in the penultimate.
Instead of bridging. This is low. Dude, this is literally a penultimate step. Look.
It is. That is literally what a penultimate step. That
and you would upright. And then you would upright. And here's what's crazy too, by the way. Look how
and the front leg is also how it should look like on a penultimate.
Drive the knee. That's why I always say acceleration is so good. But watch how little flight time he has.
Yep.
Bro, what?
Yep. Bro, I'm telling you, next time I'm busting out a 4 or 5 next time we're like.
Dude, look at his shin angle though. Look at his shin angle compared to his torso angle. That is quintessential perfect acceleration mechanics.
Yeah.
It is so good. Some people might say, oh, you're rounding the low back, but I'm okay with this. Dude, look at that. Look at that extension, bro. He is just boom. Foot hits the ground. Boom. So now let's go full speed. Ready? Gone with the wind, bro. Let up early. Kicked his foot, I think, on that one. He's built like what is it? Brick shit house. Shit brick house? I don't know.
He's like a freaking like a tight end, bro.
Yeah, he is. He's so explosive. It's unbelievable. Dude, that acceleration is so good. So good. And like the thing is, you can tell he's got more horsepower. Yeah. Like as he's going, you can tell he's got another gear. He's not even like tapping into. But he's just a specimen. It's really not fair, man. You know, I'm out here doing my damnedest to just be a better athlete every day. And then this kid shows up and look at him. Literally, he's trained 30% as much volume as I have. And he's just runs like Calvin Johnson. What was crazy about this is like, I don't know if his blood sugar was zapped after this, but he was shaking. Literally shaking. I don't know if it was that or his nervous system. Sometimes I have that happen after plyos, but like, yeah. So his cleans look really good here. The downside is his shoulder can't handle the catch position. So he either has to catch completely vertical or he has to like, I don't even know. I don't know if there really is.
I'm telling you, is the benching.
Dude, I think it's his mobility. His shoulder mobility is trash. But dude, he has so much potential. Donovan, we're really he just walked out. I forgot we were on the podcast while I was saying that. But this looks really good. His cleans look way better. Way better. Good acceleration. Catch position's good. I just want to see him drop further. The problem is that as you squat deeper, the shoulder mobility tends to be a bit tougher. Could have him front squat more. That might fix it.
True.
You weren't that impressed here, I think, right?
What was that?
Mm-mm.
But when we got to the next stage,
yeah,
right here,
I was disappointed when he safety bar squatted. I feel like he let off. I feel like his brain got in the way.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't want to do it.
Is a little butt wink okay? I think my butt wink if I touch it. All right.
This is good though. This is really good. Belt squat, I feel like he just balances so much better, and he can just goes so hard. But again, leave no stone unturned. You got to have both. You got to have back squatting and belt squatting. Some people ask us that all the time, like, "Oh, do I need a belt squat?" Nope. No, you don't. I didn't use one for the first 31 years of my life, and coaching wise, I didn't really use it until 16 years in my coaching career.
Learn how to back squat.
Why does that belt look like it's really high up on him?
Because it is. What the hell?
I don't know.
It's literally on like it's mid back.
I told him I could jump squat.
The belt is like around my butt when I do it.
Yeah, I know. That's what and you don't have it grind away at your thighs like they do.
Oh shit.
Yeah, see?
That change anything?
No, it shouldn't matter too much. Oh, this is crazy, bro. That bottom handle makes it way harder too. When you put your hand on the higher handle, you can push so much harder. It's like,
bro, this blows my mind. Like seeing this,
how easy it is.
Yeah.
360. Dude, Isaiah, how do you do it? That shit hurts.
Bro, that weight he just did, I almost failed on rep 3 on Monday. That same weight he just did.
Were you on the low handle or high handle?
Low handle.
Okay, so was he? Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like this literally blew my mind.
He's a freak, dude. He's a freak. But he's so he just can't handle volume. I mean, you saw it happen the other day.
Yeah.
The safety bar, you would never, ever let that happen. You'd have grinded those reps out, especially how fast and how easy he did the safety bar.
To a fault. Because I will push through something that could potentially hurt me.
I always say this: Donovan's a delicate flower.
Yeah.
He's a delicate flower. You got to treat him like a delicate flower. You can't. And I'm pushing him on squats because that's where he needs the most adaptation. Is just like getting his muscles stronger and more resilient and more robust, so he doesn't hurt himself jumping. This actually was a good testament to like the fact that he's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No. So then after that first one, I told him to go on the high handle. I think I need to bolt that into the floor.
Yeah. That blows my mind.
Was that the high loop too? That was the highest loop? Huh?
Yeah.
What'd you think of that?
I was in shock, and then I started realizing why he jumped so high.
Look at your face. You're like, what the hell?
I was literally in shock. And it's hard. Man. It's hard to shock me.
It's hard to surprise you.
Yeah. Especially in weight room. Like most people that have, even when I see insane numbers in the weight room, it's usually like freaking 250 pound, like 20% body fat guys, like 15% body fat.
So that was, by the way, this is on the bottom handle. And then I think I tell him to go to the top handle. Yeah. He said it made it like 10% easier, but it looks way easier.
That is insane. But I haven't been impressed many times in the weight room, and that was a impressive feat. No,
a shocking performance.
Yeah,
dude. Even the RDLs, it just was like he's just RFD.
There's nothing, bro. That's 155 pounds.
And it looks like a paperclip. You know he hates RDLs. Don't know why. He just hates.
I hate them too.
I like RDLs. I don't know why you guys don't like them.
I literally hate them so much.
Why?
Usually, I think it's usually because I'm so tired by that time in the workout.
Yeah, but this
Times
workout,
I've enjoyed it is when I haven't hit leg extension work hard or like power clean. Like there's been workouts where I've done RDL first and I've like they were fun, but I'm usually just like, bro, I would just want to get out of here. I'm so tired.
his quads are huge. They've gotten so much bigger since like when we started coaching him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a specimen to say the least. But yeah, everything, his RFD is just so high. And I've noticed it like living with him. He just does stuff sometimes. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And Josh and I joke about it. We're like, how do you have so much energy? Like,
yeah.
He just has so much energy. And he's just always like so ready to
like
go.
He's like freaking fast twitch, bro. He's like a squirrel. Like, you know how squirrels move? Like, Donovan's literally a squirrel. Like, just
look at him. That was like 365. And he's just like,
even like the way he like talks and stuff, like his excitability,
got
like
energy, bro.
Yeah.
Which I love, but endless potential there. I think that I'm excited to see what kind of happens in the if he doesn't test over 51, I should consider myself a failure. Consider it a failure if he doesn't test 51.
He needs, I don't know if there's a way to practice it because it doesn't make sense to me how he's only tested a 48, but I guess
he's heavier. He's trying to lose weight, but he's got to get his RFD. He's got to get his relative strength.
But I'm saying like, because we looked at his flight time. His flight times when doing height check is not the same as flight time when testing is vertical.
I think he just can't get it as excitable as he is. He just can't get excited for Vertec. Like he's not good at it like as easily as other things. And so he's like, oh, I'm going to shy away from it. Like Donovan likes to do stuff that is shocking and he's good at. So if he's not naturally going to test 51 first try, there's not a lot of incentive for him to just like want to.
Yeah. That's a good point. How can we change that?
We'll lie about the height. No, I'm kidding.
We need to. I think
we'll put it at 12. We'll put it at like 11.6 and tell him it's 12, and then like,
bro, he just needs to do it more.
13. No, I agree. I think if he does it more, there was an athlete I coached that was like this as well. That got his whole head above the rim and sucked at Vertec, and then after like a year, he was way better at it, and like got like 6 inches better. And it's not.
I wonder who you're talking about. I have no idea.
Are you serious? You're joking, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, he was one of the forgotten, one of the lost Infinity Stones. So I don't know what he's up to now. He's in the abyss, like when the green girl gets pushed into the what is that? I don't even know. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Where like the what's his face snaps his fingers like prior to that to get the stone. He's got to sacrifice his daughter. It was like that. Anyways, that's the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Go to teachmestrength.com and sign up.